Hey everyone, welcome back to EverQuest The Hero's Journey. We're here on the level 65, Shadowknight Rogue Shaman. We've got 3,760 AA points spent. We've just been saving up blocks of 100 and getting more ranks of mystical attuning. So I've got more buff slots available. We're at the end of Plane of Time, and we're going to try Zebek's Orc, or just Zeb. I already talked to Druzel Rowe to weaken him, so he should be up. Or at least I thought I talked to Druzel Rowe. Let me make sure. Okay. Okay, so maybe I hadn't talked to Druzel Rowe. Good thing I checked. I'm sure the hard version / normal version would wipe me out. And we're probably not going to be able to do this version, but we'll give it a go. I've got some changes to the character. As far as gear goes, got some notable upgrades. Where to start? My offhand weapon. I got a Jagged Timeforged Blade up to Legendary. I got the base version to drop. I think it was off PoTactics. One of the gods in Phase 5, Plane of Time. Leveled that up to Legendary. Retired my Rylochar's Dagger. This one's super nice. Base damage of 40. Additional backstab damage of 80. I've got a Icy Fragment of Truth in there for an additional 10 cold damage. Taiku Armor Fragment in there for more AC hit points. Super nice. That's got a little proc on it that does some damage and debuffs the target's dexterity. And it's hard to resist. It's not unresistible, but it's a negative 200 poison. So that's nice. We got our second moss-encrusted band up to Legendary. So we're wearing 2 of those now. I feel like there was something else, but maybe not. I think I might have showed these before. The Greaves of Furious Might. Again, from some of the gods in the phase, I think 4 or 5 of Plane of Time. So we leveled those up to Legendary. I think that's about it. As far as gear that may have changed, I might have moved around some augments to just try and leverage the shielding augments that I got. We're up to 27 out of 35 shielding. We are self-buffed here. And I'm realizing I got a couple proc buffs that are missing, but I don't know if I want to mess with that. Proc buffs, I mean like this stick right here. If I get it to proc, I get an attack buff. My spear up here procs avatar, so yeah, I don't know if I want to not be using my best weapons for any point of time during this fight, so we'll see how it goes without those things. Alright. I do have cripple memorized, so hopefully we can. Okay, we just landed a cripple on him. That's good. That'll decrease his AC. Hopefully his damage output a little bit. That's good. Alright, with this. Oh. Well. Yeah, that was about as far as we made it before, so I guess even with the gear upgrade, still not ready for this. Alright, we're gonna change gears a little bit. We are in open world version of Plane of Tactics, Drunder, the Fortress of Zek. I've been coming here occasionally because there's some stuff here that I can use to do pottery skill ups, and I've been stuck at 218 pottery for what feels like forever. We're up to 219 now, so we need one more skill up, a pottery, and the war wraiths and oracles of Zek can drop some things that I can use to make some pottery things. So I've been coming here occasionally, gathering up big groups of them and killing them, and hopefully picking up enough stuff to do 1 or 2 provides. But the drop rate is not good on that stuff, and it's kind of, yeah, don't have a lot of options. Being a solo self-found character, a lot of the pottery stuff, higher level pottery stuff, you need like enchanter made vials of mana. Otherwise you're really limited. I guess I can buy some, but kind of defeats the purpose of being solo self-found. So I'm doing it the hard way. I've been coming here. Hold on a second, get myself level. Gathering up big groups of these guys and slaughtering them, hoping for War Wraith blood and man, I forget what the other thing was. The icon is in like a black rock looking thing, like black marble or something. If we happen to get one to drop, I'll remember, but yeah, so this is what I've been doing occasionally, just coming, like gathering everything in the pit here. I'm gonna switch to my AE weapon, which is the two-hander with the point blank area of effect, direct damage proc. I should probably also memorize Disease Cloud, so we got that. We'll get some more. Alright, we got pretty much everything in the pit there. We're gonna try and gather as much as we can here. These war wraiths are mostly what I'm after, the battle wraiths as well, and then the oracles, for sure, can drop what I need. And the drop chance is like less than 5% for the items, the trade skill items. I'm looking to make ceramic sword of war. They're very high trivial, but it's one of the few things I can make with just the resources that I have, which will also give me skill ups. Other thing I could do is make crucibles of escape, but one of the annoying parts for that is it requires blocks of heavy clay, which are only found in Gorge of King Zorb, which is that like low level, like level 20 zone, and the drop rate is not good there either. It's like, yeah, it's like 5% drop chance to get one of those, and only comes off of the Luddite guys. And the kicker is that zone, you can't even make your own dynamic instance of that zone. There's no Echo of Memory or Echo of the Past, whatever it is, the NPC that you can create an instance through in that zone. So you're stuck with the open world zone. There's other players there killing stuff, you know. I don't want to be the level 65 in there killing the entire zone looking for a couple items when somebody's there trying to get experience. So yeah, we're here. At least here we can pick up some AAs, some money, while we attempt to get those trade skill items that we need. Alright, we're gonna start going to town on these guys. I realized recently that something may have happened with my recording software at some point, but I noticed that the game sound was not showing up in recordings. I thought it was at one point, maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I believe it stopped, and I'm not sure when. So I think I've resolved that. I should be able to hear, you know, me getting hit, me hitting stuff, a little bit of the music of the game, a little bit of the sound effects for the spells. I don't play with it super loud myself, and I've also decreased the gain a little bit on the recording so that it doesn't come through super loud, just in case. So aside from experience, a little bit of money, potential for the trade skill items that I need, you can also get the Daiku Augs here in the PoTactics, so that's nice. I think I got a legendary one, which I forgot to mention. I think yeah, so I got a legendary one. 20 AC, 20 hit points, 20 mana, 10 endurance. 10 fire resist, 10 cold resist, and then 3 heroic to those 2 resists as well. And I stuck it on my main hand weapon, just because, like, yeah, I feel like I'm going to be using that thing for the long term, so. I've gotten a bunch of the non-enchanted, non-legendary versions of the Daiku Armor Fragment Augs. I got a handful of the enchanted ones too, but I've only ever seen one legendary. Alright, I don't know how many that was, but they're all dead, and we are full health, full mana. The thing I dislike the most about loot in this zone is it feels like everything you kill wants to drop 2 weapons, and that fills up the bags pretty quick. I think if I get to 30 Echo of Memory, I'm actually at 22, so maybe someday, I'll buy one of those bartering bags you can buy of the Echo of Memory vendor. And the 22 that I have has just come off of killing stuff. Like, just, you know, you have a very small chance to randomly find one when you kill them up, and it shows it on the screen. It says, like, you have found an Echo of Memory, and then it just pops into your currency tab. So I have 22. When I get to 30, I'll get one of the bartering bags, which is a 30 slot bag, I think. And it makes selling things easier because everything you put in the bag, you can click one button to sell everything in the bag rather than having to click on each individual thing in the bag and like then click sell on the merchant. Yeah. Okay, so I need a trip to the Bazaar to clear out my bags because tactics. Yeah. Just spent a bunch of time clearing out our bags in the bazaar, and the corpses are starting to decay by the time we get back here. Looks like we may even be getting repops. So yeah, I took too long. of what I killed, I did not get a single of those trade skill items I was looking for. Definitely looking for the War Wraith blood, so obviously comes off the War Wraiths, and Battle Wraiths too. But there is a piece that comes off the Oracles and one other that I can't remember. Hopefully we see one. Got another AA point there. Working on leveling up the Caller of Catastrophe, another item from Phase 5 Plane of Time. I'm also eyeing... so I know the items that I want for my neck and back and face, but have not seen those yet. So I was looking at a couple of the cloaks that I got in a recent pass through the Plane of Time, and they would be upgrades for me for my current one. Just a question of, I don't know, do I want to use it knowing that I won't use it beyond however long it takes me to get the one that I want? I was wondering why there was a random corpse there and I forgot I'm in an open world version of the PoTactics. Other people are killing things. Alright, let's go down into the pit, the arena, I don't know what you want to call it. Try to gather everything up. The stuff that was following me should warp down here. Was that named right there? Yeah, I see. Okay. Oh no. Alright. We gotta get counterattack ready. This is gonna hurt when these guys catch up to us. Hang on a minute. Throw a heal over time on myself. Alright. Got my finger on the button. If we need counterattack, if it looks like we're gonna get killed. So far, so good. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need it. Although, oh no, there's a lot more coming. Alright, we got some of the disease dot cloud on, or disease cloud on a bunch of stuff here. It's so hard getting any spells off with this many things hitting me. Probably got an army of swarm pets by now. Yeah, look at all those pets. There we go. Is there more to kill? I don't see anything. Alright, they're gonna go buff themselves now. Alright, we made a mess. Trying to clean it up. Actually, let me pause while I do this, because it could take a little bit. Alright, We got everything looted. Bags are completely full again. All these swords. Grab some more. Definitely gonna need another trip to the bazaar, but I just made an army of pets, so we'll put them to use by killing some stuff, hopefully. One of the things I found that drops here is Blazing Vambraces, I think it's called. I think I might have got one somewhere in here, these things, yeah. Which are pretty cool, clickable at level 45, you don't have to equip them. Casting time instant, shield of flame, so lower level magician damage shield. I have a pair in my bag right here that I use to provide myself with the damage shield, and I think it has a fire resist buff to it too. Yeah, 15 fire resist, 17 damage shield, maybe even 15 damage shield, I'm not sure. Looks like the guys in this room have not respawned yet. So yeah, as you can see, I'm buff capped again, or mostly partially because I have 3 debuffs on me, but even with the 19 ranks of mystical tuning, I'm still running out of buff slots. Do high corpse looted because if I loot one and then I have to turn it back on and figure out which one it was, if I get one of the items I'm looking for. Is there anything I can drop? Yep. This stuff. There we go. I think that's one of them. Living Coal. That's the other thing. So War Wraith Blood and Living Coal. I need those for doing... forget what the full name is. Something Sword of War. To get another pottery skill up. I just need one more. Each of the ceramic swords of war that I make or attempt to make takes 2 War Wraith Blood, 1 Living Coal, a raw diamond. And the main reason I've picked those to skill up on is because the Shaman out of my class combo has access to the Imbue War spell, which is used in trade skills. You take a raw diamond and some material, depending on where it's from, and it imbues that diamond with something. Like there's one for the Plane of Innovation, like there's one for the Plane of Fire, there's one for Plane of Storms. You know, it's something diamond of something. For this area, it's the orange diamond of war. And you cast Imbue War, so it attempts to cast the Imbue War spell, and then it'll tell me I don't have the reagents. I need War Wraith Blood. Yeah, I need a raw diamond and a War Wraith Blood to make that. Actually, our neck is up to 75% of the way through being powered up. Alright, gonna need another trip to the vendor, so pause here. Alright, we're back from the bazaar. We cleaned up our mess of corpses. Looking for oracles, looking for War Wraiths, So I decided that I'm gonna upgrade my cloak, even though I know I'm gonna replace the cloak. This is what I'm wearing, the Cloak of the Firestorm. It's quite good. It's from the Temple of Ishan quests, and it's lasted me quite a while. But I got this Cloak of Wishes in one of my recent passes through the Plane of Time, and it's hard to say no to that. 30 spell damage, more attack, more accuracy, more heal amount, more stats, more dexterity, more heroic stats, including 50 dexterity and 13 heroic dexterity. Yeah, just overall very good. Also has preservation of Zangony, which is a 15% reduction in mana cost. And I think right now my best version of that is this scale. Reduce mana cost by 10%, so it'll save me more mana. It's an upgrade, so we're gonna use it. We found it. What I'm after is the Cloak of Ferocity, I think it is. Sorry, the Celestial Cloak is what I'm after. I've got these cloaks. I have a handful of these Shroud of Eternities, 2 enchanted and 1 base version, which are also pretty good. I'm curious what it looks like when it's legendary. The problem is it doesn't have any strength on it, and I don't like that. Whereas this one, 36 strength, 9 heroic strength. My heroic strength is up to 215, and I think that's made a big difference in my melee damage output. So the cloak I'm after is the Celestial Cloak, and it drops from Vertoxulus in Phase 5 Plane of Time. So if and when I get that, that'll be replacing this one. But until then, this will be good enough. It's pretty good. Alright. See any oracles or any more battle wraiths in here, and that's what I'm after mostly. Man, just terrible drop rate. Over here. There's an oracle. More. I'm surprised I haven't seen one of the Daiku augments yet, and I know we've killed a bunch. We've killed some pretty big packs of stuff, and yeah, nothing. Alright, so I just grabbed a target through the, okay. Through the map, and just turned on auto attack, and that tells my pets to attack it, even if it's not in range for me to do like a slash pet attack. It seems like just turning on auto attack kind of bypasses that. So, you know, probably not intended, but that's how it works right now. It saves me from running around, makes creating big trains a little easier, since I can tell my pets to, like, you know, kill stuff on a different z-axis, and then either they come running for me or it summons me, and then I can start making my train from a different area. Hopefully I don't get myself killed. This is a lot. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, I might get myself killed here. Alright, let's get this going. Looks like my pets are dead. Bummer. Yeah, so this is the type of stuff I'm doing when I'm farming things or I want to level up items. Okay, so we got a War Wraith Blood. We got a single War Wraith Blood. out of, I don't know how many mobs we've killed so far, hundreds. But yeah, I even went as far as to use the, oh, there's another war rate bug, okay. And another living coal, awesome, so we might have enough to do, no, I think we need 2 war rate blood and 1 living coal per combine. So I just got another war rate blood. I used the NPC in the bazaar to level my character down to level 55, and it costs, I forget there's a cost per level, 500 per level or something like that. And then I went to Dragon Necropolis, and I was just pulling large packs of stuff, just like this, basically. That's how I leveled up my dagger, the jagged Timeforge blade. I got that. It was a base version. I wasn't playing around. It's like I want to use this thing. So yeah, I leveled that up as quickly as I could. Stopped leveling whatever I was leveling at the time. Stuck that in the power slot and went to town. And I did the same thing in Dragon Necropolis for the other Moss Encrusted Band, I think it was. Yeah. These guys aren't going to let me run too far. They've already been damaged. They're going to just keep summoning me back. Now they do have a, or I guess your character has a summon lockout. So you can only be summoned once every 10 seconds. So like if one mob summons you, the 10 other that are damaged in the pack aren't going to summon you for at least 10 seconds. And only every 10 seconds it's one thing that will summon you or can summon you. So you can get places, like you can run with stuff that is summoning you. It's just really annoying. Shaman pet back. Got the Shadowknight pet coming. There we go. Now they're unbuffed, so they're not going to be great, but we'll stop the buff at some point. There's a wraith right below me. Let's have my pets go get it. pet skill the War Wraith? Seems like it. See if we can corpse fix it. Yes, we did. Yay. Okay, well, didn't have what I needed on it, but let's grab this stuff in the pin again. There's usually some War Wraiths in here. Sadly, the harder reagent to get seems to be this living coal, though. All in all, I've definitely got less of those than I have the War Wraith blood. fragment enchanted version. Okay. Another one. Which version? Regular version. I'm seeing a lot more of the war rates than I usually see, and even with the increased number that I'm seeing, drop rate is still terrible. As far as I know, they kind of have a shared spawn point. There's a bunch of areas where they can spawn, but there's other things that can also spawn there. So, yeah, I don't know. There isn't a great. Maybe this room. I was gonna say there's not a great spot to just like sit around and kill war wraiths. There's three, I think, that spawn in this room. But there's a bunch that can spawn always. It's just not guaranteed because they share a spawn point with like one or two other Titan mobs, the ogre guys. Bags are full again. We're going to pause and empty them out. Hey guys. So we're calling it quits in PoTactics. That was getting stale, and also we're not getting very good drop rates on the things we wanted. We did manage to get 3 War Wraith Blood, and we got 2 Living Coal. So we're going to use a War Wraith Blood to make a orange diamond of war. We have a raw diamond, and we have the War Wraith Blood. So we should be able to just cast Imbue War, and that'll pop out an orange diamond of war. There we go. I'm in the plane of knowledge. Show where I am on the map. Right over here in this building, this area has a bunch of the trade skill merchants and Containers. Got the pottery wheel right there. So here's the unfired, oh wait, no, unfired sword of war. That's what I want to make. I've got the diamond that we just made. I bought a block of tanning clay off the merchant and some sculpting tools off the merchant. So we need to make war glaze. In order to make war glaze, we need a glaze mortar. It's a container. You stick stuff in it and hit combine. We need to put a living coal, a war wraith blood, and I believe it's a jar of lacquer. Maybe not. A second. It's definitely something that this guy sells. Not the acid. Glaze lacquer, not jar of lacquer, so glaze lacquer. So the glaze lacquer, war wraith blood, and living coal inside a glaze mortar makes the war glaze. Come back to our pottery wheel. Unfired sword of war. We're at 219. And yeah, we failed and we didn't get a skill up. Great. So we would need another war wraith blood in order to try another combine. So that'll be something we'll do another day, another time. I'm not going to do that right now. Well, I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. We tried Zeb. We got clobbered. So we're not quite ready for him yet. We hit up PoTactics and farmed up some materials to try to skill up our pottery a little more. We upgraded our cloak. So a bit of progress this session. I was looking through the stuff that I looted. I did manage to get 4 of the Daiku armor fragment augments, one of them being enchanted, so not too bad of a haul. There, I'll have to figure out if any of those would be an upgrade for some of my augment slots. It's a task for another day. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, take care.